In this video, I'm going to go through the top 10 worst Instagram growth strategies. And I want to encourage you to watch until the end of this video because a lot of these strategies people don't even recognize that they're doing, or they don't recognize the harm that these things can be having onto your profile. Some of these might sound a little bit obvious, and if they do, that's a good thing because that means that hopefully you know to avoid these things. Number one, first and foremost, buying followers or buying engagement. I mean, I think this is the ultimate no-no. If you're buying followers, ultimately what you're doing is buying fake profiles. You're buying bots to follow you. These people will never become real customers. These people will never stay engaged, and these people will just make your business look very inauthentic. Brands, customers, future real followers, they want to see that your followers are actually engaged. And so if you have 20,000 fake followers and you get 2 likes on your post, it's going to be a big red flag that you bought your followers. Buying engagement is another huge no-no. The algorithm is constantly learning who to show your posts to in order to get the best engagement. And if you're buying engagement, then you're filling up the algorithm with all of these bots and fake accounts. So then in the future, the algorithm isn't going to know who to show your post to besides other bots and fake accounts. Number 2, engagement groups. Engagement groups, also known by the name engagement pods, are essentially where a group of people, anywhere from 5 to 50 or more, get together and all agree, hey, let's like and comment on each other's posts. And on the surface, this sounds like a great idea. You get guaranteed engagement, you get people who are liking and commenting, and you know that you have a baseline amount of engagement. But what actually happens is, over time, people stop engaging. They stop engaging in thoughtful ways. They start leaving quick comments, or they stop liking the posts altogether. And so even though you might experience an initial boost after joining an engagement group, over time, your likes, views, reach, and engagement will decrease. And eventually you'll have to leave the group, which will leave you off worse than even where you started. Also, the algorithm is really smart and it can pick up on when you're having the same 5 to 10 people like and comment on your post every single time, and it stops valuing their engagement at the same level. Number 3 is one that I see a lot of people doing, and it's running giveaways in order to get followers. Essentially, you make a post on Instagram, you say, hey, I'm giving away this car. All you have to do is share this with 3 friends and follow me. What happens from that giveaway is that you do get a huge spike in new followers. But the problem is they're following you because they want to win the car, and they don't actually care about your content or what you're posting. So once the giveaway is over, either a bunch of people are going to unfollow you and head for the door, or those people are still going to follow you, but they're not going to become engaged followers or customers. And so either way, it's going to hurt your account in the long run. Number 4 is buying shoutouts. Now, I'm aware of at least one Instagram coach who has a large following who bought shoutouts. This person directly told me that that's how they grew their huge following. They bought shoutouts from celebrities and from accounts that already had a large following, and basically paid them a fee for these accounts to go on their Instagram stories or go on their reels and say, hey, follow this person. In my opinion, this is a very inauthentic, inorganic way to grow. Is it effective? Sure. Like, you can flood your account with new followers because when Selena Gomez, for example, is shouting you out, you're going to get a lot of new followers from that, a lot of new eyeballs and a lot of attention. But at the end of the day, this is not organic growth. This is not authentic. A lot of these people are following you just because the celebrity told them to, not because you've necessarily earned the follow, not because you've made great content, and not even necessarily because they're interested in what you're posting, but just because someone with a big following told them to. Number 5 is actually illegal on Instagram, which, by the way, a lot of these strategies are illegal, but this one is buying accounts. It is illegal, according to Instagram's community guidelines, to purchase profiles for no matter what reason, no matter how many followers that person has, no matter what they're doing with their account, even if they just have a username that they reserved 15 years ago that they don't want to use anymore. If you are purchasing someone else's profile, that's illegal. There are some websites out there that I'm not going to name that offer you this service, where basically people can go on the website and say, hey, I have 250,000 followers. Who wants to buy my profile? And then based off the engagement rate and the niche that the account is in, the value of that profile will change, and people are buying and swapping these profiles, but it's illegal, it's super inorganic, inauthentic, and I wouldn't recommend it. Number 6 is similar to number 4, and it's shout out swaps. So the idea here is that instead of paying you money to shout out my account, I'm gonna shout out your account and then you're gonna shout out mine. Basically, you're just trading massive profiles. This one isn't the worst on the list, but it's another inauthentic, inorganic way to grow, something that I would not recommend. Number 7 is hiring any kind of service that promises or guarantees likes or followers. I'm not referring to the coaches and memberships out there who say, hey, we're gonna help you grow your following, we're gonna help you get more views. Those are different than when you go to a service and it says, pay $19 and we guarantee 1,000 followers within 24 hours. Because what those people are doing is just giving you bot followers. Going back to the first strategy to avoid buying followers or engagement, some of these people disguise themselves as services. They say, hey, we're an Instagram growth service. We'll help you increase your engagement. Just pay us $10 and we guarantee you'll get 100 likes on your next video. Well, those 100 likes are coming from fake robot profiles. So don't trust any service that is promising you X amount of engagement within 24 hours if you just pay this small fee. The 8th strategy to avoid is follow for follow. Some people think that this is part of the etiquette of using social media or using Instagram, and it's absolutely not. You do not have to follow everyone back just because they follow you. You should only follow the people who you want to follow in the first place. You should only follow the people who you want to engage with, who you want to network with, who you admire, who you like their content. That's who you should follow. Idea number 9 is follow trains. Remember in 2005 when there were those forward text messages that were going to like hundreds of people and you would like copy and paste the same forwarded text message and there was like spooky things, or it was like, hey, bad luck if you don't forward this to 7 people in your contacts? It's the same idea here. Essentially, people are creating mass-produced direct messages and they're saying, hey, follow the 4 people on this list, then delete the first name and add your name and send this to your whole contact list. So essentially, direct messages are getting spread all across Instagram with random usernames and random people saying, send this message, forward this message. Super inauthentic, super inorganic, stay away. And then the 10th and final strategy that I would recommend avoiding on Instagram is deleting spam, fake, inauthentic, or non-niche followers. And this is gonna sound a little bit weird. We all have robot followers. We all have fake followers. It's just the reality of social media. People estimate that on Twitter, about 15% of the users are robots or spam accounts. And these accounts are following us for a variety of reasons. Some people believe that if you block these profiles, you scroll through your list of followers and you one by one delete, block, or remove these profiles, that it will help your account. But it actually won't. And that's for a few reasons. First of all, if you are taking the time to scroll through that list and block people, you're wasting time that could be spent on creating more content, engaging with your real followers, or just building a better community on Instagram. Number 2, if the algorithm sees that your number of followers is consistently dropping because you're blocking them, Instagram's not going to reward you for that. That's a sign to Instagram that your account is not very healthy. Your account is not one that people like to see and engage with, so they're gonna show your posts to less people. And the third reason why you don't need to do that is that the algorithm is smart enough to know who to show your posts to. The thought behind this strategy is that, hey, if I remove all my fake followers or I remove all the followers who don't look like they're perfect for my niche, then Instagram will only show my posts to the people who are right for my niche and my real followers. But the truth is, Instagram is already doing that. The algorithm's job is literally to show your posts to the people who would be most likely to engage with them. So blocking these profiles and removing people who follow you is something that's only going to hurt your account in the long run. And also, I might add, sometimes you're gonna block someone because they look like a spammer, they look inauthentic, or maybe they look like they're wrong for your niche, and that person was actually about to become a customer. That person was about to become a super engaged follower, and you didn't give them the chance because you thought their profile didn't look right. So these were the 10 things to avoid on Instagram. One thing that you should do on Instagram is make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get more information, more top tips, more strategies and techniques to grow your Instagram and make money online. Thanks so much for watching.